Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Sim 9. Hope you are great. I am going to ask something. It looks like United States making it look like it is okay to unalive people for no reason. It is okay to strike a boat for no reason. And then they come out to tell us that they are carrying drugs. Drugs that when people are carrying something you think it's illegal, is there not a way to catch them and show us what they are carrying? But you guys take laws into your hands and then unalive people for no reason, and then turn around to tell us that you are not the one that asked them to strike or this thing. And then Tom Cotton is out here trying to lie to himself, because some of these people think that we are not smart, or we don't know what is going on, or that we are blind, that we are not seeing everything going on. No, we are not blind. And I am going to ask, why is it that sincerely speaking, why are these people still in office, especially the head of the government? Because he is not even doing anything tangible to make sure that some certain things are no longer happening. But he is also part of the reason why that they have the audacity to strike people and unalive them. Tom Cotton, I want to tell you something. I am very much sure that you know that you are lying. And enough of all these your lies. You guys can do better and stop all this nonsense that you guys are doing. Let's get into this video.
So this is United States GOP Klansman, no, United States GOP Senator from the great state of Arkansas, Tom Cotton. Now, I want you to listen to something that Senator Cotton from Arkansas said in his defense of a war crime committed by the United States when they double tapped a motorboat in the Caribbean that they alleged had been carrying drugs. Alleged, because we're still waiting for the proof. But I digress. Let's get to what Senator Cotton said.
The first strike, the second strike, and the third and the fourth strike on September 2nd were entirely lawful and needful, and they were exactly what we would expect our military commanders to do.
What exactly did you see in terms of the video of the second strike? Were there survivors?
I saw two survivors trying to flip a boat loaded with drugs bound for the United States back over so they could stay in the fight. And potentially, given all the context we heard, of other narco-terrorist boats in the area coming to their aid to recover their cargo and recover those narco-terrorists.
Let me get this right. This is the same senator who said the United States has the most advanced and best Navy in the world. I mean, we have stationed the world's largest aircraft carrier in the Caribbean to handle motorboats. But you mean to tell me one strike on that motorboat left enough intact that they were trying to flip the motorboat over and secure the cargo while waiting for other motorboats allegedly in the area to do what to the United States Navy? But don't believe these words. Let's listen to his words and take a look at what was released on the Truth Social page of the first strike on September the 2nd. And that would be the Truth Social page of the current occupant of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, minus the East Wing.
I saw two survivors trying to flip a boat loaded with drugs bound for the United States back over so they could stay in the fight. And potentially, given all the context we heard, of other narco-terrorist boats in the area coming to their aid to recover their cargo.
Listen, I don't just need Senator Tom Cotton to pick a struggle. I need the rest of you delusional glizzy riders to tell me, what in the hell are you all talking about? Somebody was trying to flip a motorboat back over and stay in the fight after being struck by the United States Navy. I need you all to pick a struggle because the one you all are picking is delusional and reserved for glizzy riders. Yeah. I hope they all go down for war crimes. Yeah, that's what I'm wishing for. Y'all have the day you deserve. Peace.
Here we go again with more moronic things from the Republican Party. Shocker. So Tom Cotton walks out of a classified briefing where he's just watched a video of the U.S. military blowing up a boat, then hitting it again to kill 2 survivors who are clinging to the wreckage. And his big takeaway is, drum roll please, these were righteous strikes, entirely lawful and needful, exactly what we'd expect our commanders to do. Bestie, what's exactly the threshold for disturbing in your pea-sized brain? Because Democrats who watched the same video are saying they saw 2 shirtless guys hanging onto a capsized dead boat, drifting with no way to move, and then a missile hits them. They called it one of the most disturbing things they've seen in public service. Dumbass. And here we have Tom Cotton. I didn't see anything disturbing. What's disturbing to me is drugs killing Americans. Well, no shit, Sh0ck. Sir, you don't hold, actually, you could hold 2 thoughts at once. 1, drugs are bad. And 2, maybe we shouldn't be airstriking literal shipwrecked survivors like it's a Call of Duty bonus level. Also, fun fact, the Defense Department's own Law of War manual uses attacking shipwrecked people as the textbook example of something you're not allowed to do. So this isn't just a feelings issue. It's this looks like a war crime issue. If your big flex after seeing this video is, I found it righteous and not disturbing, congrats. You just told on yourself.
You're about to see the face of a man that's about to say something that he absolutely shouldn't have.
The first strike, the second strike, and the third and the fourth strike on September 2nd were
And in that moment, he knew he fucked up.
entirely lawful and needful, and they were exactly what we'd expect our military commanders to do.
Because last time we all checked, and the last thing they was telling us were, there were only 2 strikes. Now we went from 3 to 4.
The first strike, the second strike, and the third and the fourth strike.
And the reason why I wouldn't be surprised if this is true is because he just walked out of that meeting. He had absolutely no time for PR practice. And not only that, it is a common thing for the government not to tell us the full truth. Not be shocked when you start hearing more reports come out that it is actually worse than what we was already told.
I saw 2 survivors trying to flip a boat loaded with drugs down for the United States, back over so they could stay in the fight. The first strike, the second strike, and the third and the fourth strike on September 2nd were
Have you guys seen Tom Cotton talking about the boat attacks? He's saying that the second strike was absolutely necessary because there were 2 survivors and they were trying to radio for help and they were in the water trying to flip the boat over. And my question is, if they were in the water, how were they radioing for help from a ship that just got blown to smithereens? I doubt that the radios are still working. And they're trying to flip the boat over. They're in the middle of the ocean. It's like a 30-foot boat. They've been saying these boats are huge. They're huge. That's why that's why they claim that they're bringing drugs into the United States. So this Admiral Bradley says that he believed that there was a possibility that they were a threat because they were calling for help for another narco terrorist to come get them up out of the water, collect the drugs that weren't burned, which I'm sure if there were anything on there, they would have been destroyed. And then they were going to pick them up and then continue to America and endanger people's lives because of the drugs. What? How does that make any sense, Tom Cotton? It makes no sense. People need to call him out on this. This is a lie that they've made up to justify murdering those people. Look, I don't care what you think about. I mean, I know drugs are a problem, but we don't just get to go blow people up out of the water because we think that they have drugs on board. That's not who we are. We don't just go around murdering people. They could have arrested them. The Coast Guard could have boarded their ship to search it to see if there were drugs on board. There's no way those people could have gotten the boat flipped over and continued and gotten help and continued the mission of delivery. There's just no way. There's just no way. There was something else. What was it? Because Pete Hegseth said, in the fog of war, there was smoke everywhere and there flames billowing up and you couldn't see anything. But this admiral could see well enough that he could see exactly what those two people were doing in the water. They were trying to flip the boat over. None of it makes sense. It does not fit together. And if they don't call them out on that, and people don't call them out on that, they're not going to. I was going to say it's really going to piss me off, but I'm already pissed off. I'm just going to be more pissed off. But they committed a war crime. This is against the Geneva Convention. This is not who we are as Americans. And this needs to stop. And they did another one today, or in the middle of the night, and killed 4 more people. So they need to stop these boat strikes. We're committing war crimes, and somebody needs to hold them accountable.
Palestine is a made-up fiction.
Y'all remember Tom Cotton?
There will be no extensions, no concessions, and no compromises for TikTok.
Yeah. Well, he had something to say today about those war crimes.
First strike, the second strike, and the third and the fourth strike on September 2nd. Well,
Yeah, did you hear that? Did you hear how he said third and fourth strike, and then he immediately caught himself? Well, I want to remind you of what this guy is.
TikTok is a sewer of vile anti-Semitism.
It's no wonder he doesn't want TikTok around, because it calls out American war criminals. It calls out Israeli war criminals. And he is completely against Gaza and what is happening in Gaza, to the point where he says it's made-up fiction.
Palestine is a made-up fiction.
Palestine's a made-up fiction?
Yes.
That's part of a genocide there.
The whole
Erasing the people, erasing the culture, erasing the country.
Okay, bud.
TikTok is a problem for the people who want to write the narrative.
Have you been to Gaza?
No, I'm not.
You're about to see the face of a man that's about to say something that he absolutely shouldn't have.
The first strike, the second strike, and the third and the fourth strike on September 2nd were
And in that moment, he knew he fucked up.
entirely lawful and needful, and they were exactly what we would expect our military commanders to do.
Because last time we all checked, and the last thing they was telling us were, there were only 2 strikes. Now we went from 3 to 4.
The first strike, the second strike, and the third and the fourth strike.
And the reason why I wouldn't be surprised if this is true is because he just walked out of that meeting. He had absolutely no time for PR practice. And not only that, it is a common thing for the government not to tell us the full truth. Not be shocked when you start hearing more reports come out that it is actually worse than what we was already told.
I saw 2 survivors trying to flip a boat loaded with drugs down for the United States, back over, so they could stay in the fight. The first strike, the second strike, and the third and the fourth strike on September 2nd were.
This is all I got from this video, and I want to ask this: when did murdering people become legal and acceptable by when did it become legal or normal? Because at this point in time, I am questioning the mental health of majority of these people in the office. When did it become normal to unalive somebody, for crying out loud? Because wait, I want to also ask before I continue what I'm saying. Is this not unlawful? Because it is not lawful. Whatever that is going on is disgusting. Even if you think that there is something going on with the boat, did you arrest them to find out what was in the boat? You just wake up, you blow something up, and people. See, I want to ask this Tom Cotton or whatever his name is. Do they used to prepare ahead? Looks like he prepared ahead of the lies that he was going to lie. Because at this point in time, they think they are smart. I don't know why they actually think that they know what they are doing, or they are very smart at the game, that at their lying game, because at this point in time, the lying is astonishing. And nothing surprises me anymore, because these people, they act like they left their life somewhere where, some people with audacity, people that think that their life is all in their palms, that they can control it, not knowing that, man, you do not have your life. The script is becoming too much, sincerely speaking. I am so much concerned about unaliving people for no reason, because at this point, it doesn't make any sense. I am seeing different tweets from the head of the gov, like they want to go everywhere. This administration want to use this 3 years or how many years, in 4 years in office, they want to use it to do the illegal, the legal, all of it, because they feel like nobody will question them, nobody will like probably take them, but then there is need for them to be sued. Yes, both PHEC said and all of them, there is need for them to be accountable for all the nonsense they've been doing so far. Now, see, each time I talk about how these people will always look for a way to retain power next election, nobody knows. They will try as much as they can, whether it is by rigging or anything, to make sure they retain the power. Why am I saying this? I am saying this because they know they are actually going to jail. The nerves that they have to come out here to lie is just crazy. Man, I cannot deal. I will draw my curtain here. Bye for now.